boys and girls. I'm Story Bear, and I'm back with a new video for you. I'm going to tell you 3 stories and share with you a special project. The stories are Penguin Penguin, What Do You See?, Snowball Surprise, and Winter Snow. I hope you will enjoy them. Penguin Penguin, What Do You See? By Becky Goltrara and Myers Memorial Library. Penguin Penguin, what do you see? I see snow all around me. Penguin Penguin, what do you see? I see a big whale looking at me. Penguin Penguin, what do you see? I see an albatross flying over me. Penguin Penguin, what do you see? I see a little seal waving at me. Penguin Penguin, what do you see? I see an octopus trying to catch me. Penguin Penguin, what do you see? I see a porpoise swimming towards me. Penguin Penguin, what do you see? I see someone who looks just like me. Snowball Surprise by Becky Goltrara and Myers Memorial Library. 3 round snowballs, each a different size. What will we make? It's a big surprise. We stack them up from big to small. Looks like our surprise is going to be very tall. We place his face on the top snowball. Careful now, please don't fall. Next we add to the middle arms made of wood. Oh my, this surprise is looking really good. On the top snowball, we place a black hat. It looks great. Would you look at that? We add a scarf and mittens of blue, red, and yellow. Our surprise is done. It's a jolly snowman fellow.
Winter Snow, adapted by Myers Memorial Library. It had been snowing all day. It was a regular blizzard. The roofs of the houses were covered with snow. The ground was covered with snow. The trees were covered with snow. The children loved the snow. They had on their snowsuits, boots, mittens, and hats, and they were keeping warm. Casey was making a snowman. Hannah and Timmy were sledding. Andrew was having fun skating on a small patch of ice. The children were laughing happily. But the birds were not happy at all. They were hungry. Before the north wind blew the snow into big drifts, the birds had been able to push snow off the meadow grasses and find red sumac and sunflower seeds. Now everything was covered in the deep snow. All their food was hidden. There was nothing left for them to eat. The blue jay was squawking loudly, looking for food. It liked the red sumac seeds, but they were covered with snow. The red cardinal was looking for sunflower seeds on the tall stems in the garden, but they were covered with snow. The goldfinch and the sparrow were looking for bugs in the bark of the trees, but the trees were covered with snow. The children saw the birds looking for food. "The birds need our help," said Casey. "Let's get them some food for them," said Hannah. "Come in the house and we'll find something for the birds to eat," said Andrew. The children ran through the deep snow into the house. Casey found bread and made breadcrumbs. Andrew found an apple and cut it into pieces with his mother's help. Hannah put peanut butter all around a pine cone, and Timmy made popcorn. "We also have some sunflower seeds from the garden," exclaimed Hannah. "I'll roll 1 pine cone in sunflower seeds and 1 pine cone in popcorn. The peanut butter will help it stick." When the children had gathered the food, they bundled up again and took it outside. Hannah tied a string to the pine cones and tied them to the tree branches. The cardinal flew over and started to eat. Caleb sprinkled breadcrumbs on top of the snow. The sparrows flew over to eat. Andrew put some pieces of apple on the flat evergreen branches, and the blue jays settled on the branches to eat them. Timmy put some dishes of popcorn on the ground under the evergreen tree, and the goldfinch flew over and started to eat. All the birds were eating and chirping happily. "We will feed the birds every day as long as their food is covered with snow," said all the children together, and they did.
Hi, boys and girls. Remember that special project I mentioned earlier? Here it is. I'm going to show you how you can make your own pine cone bird feeder. What you'll need is a pine cone, some peanut butter, but if you're allergic to peanut butter, you can use shortening, some birdseed or popcorn or oatmeal or sunflower seeds, whichever one you choose. You also need some string, a plate, and a plastic knife. First, tie the string to the top of the pine cone. Then, whichever seed or popcorn or oatmeal you decide to use, pour it onto your plate. Then take your knife and spread peanut butter or shortening all over the pine cone. Then roll your pine cone into your seeds or oatmeal or popcorn until it's all covered. Then take your pine cone outside and tie it to a tree branch. And if there's any hungry birds in your neighborhood, they'll be there soon. Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to Myers Memorial Library. Here's a few of our favorite winter storybooks. Five Little Penguins Slipping on the Ice, written by Steve Metzger, illustrated by Laura Bryant. Penguin Cha-Cha, written and illustrated by Christy Valiant. Sadie and the Snowman, written by Alan Morgan, illustrated by Brenda Clark. Frosty the Snowman, written by Jack Rollins, illustrated by Steve Nelson. First Snow in the Woods, written by Carl R. Stamps and Gene Stoic. And our brand new book at the library, Toys Meet Snow, written by Emily Jenkins and illustrated by Paul O. Zielinski. And this is a book about three unusual characters: a stuffed buffalo, a ball, and a stingray, and how they have fun in the snow. And yes, they build a snowman. This is a really fun book. So be sure to check these out at your library, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Well, boys and girls, thank you so much for watching my new video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back soon with a new one. Keep watching. Bye.